Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Z James. This is Z32 Workshop, and this beside me is my 1993 Nissan 300ZX convertible weekend car, autocross car, when I actually get to autocross it. And this in my hand is my brand new put together Coney shock with iBox springs that I just put together in the last episode, which was actually like a day or two ago for me. I haven't had a chance to work on the car to put it back in. But now, since I've got this together, we're going to stick it in the car, which is a unique process for this car because I have a couple extra things in it that make it a little more difficult to swap these out. For those of you that actually have a non-modified car, these are a lot easier than what I'm having to deal with. What I'm having to deal with is adjustable lower suspension, the upper control arm, being in the way for the style I have. And then a difficulty of me actually having a rear strut tower brace in the back of a convertible, which has a hatch you have to open and then get the carpet out of the way. So let's go through this. Let me take you to the car real fast. All right, last time I had this out, but we're gonna put it back in. I'm gonna feed it through that and then get it up into the hole there, which is underneath this carpet right here into that spot. Hopefully you guys can see that very well. It's difficult for the stuff I have. I don't want to say I wouldn't recommend it. Just be realizing what you're going to be doing. Be mindful that it's going to be hard and you're going to be fighting with it. I mean, it's literally only 3 bolts, 2 nuts, 1 bolt, but you'll be fighting it all the way. Because it's just not a lot of room to work. It's going to be a pain in the butt. It is what it is. All right, so I'm going to install it and torque everything back down to spec. Then hopefully in the same video, I will start on the passenger side and get that out. Because I need to get this thing out of an alignment shop and get racing with it here sooner rather than later and enjoy my car during the summer instead of being down for upgrades. That's this time. So, all right, 3, 2, 1, boo, boo, boo. time warp, everybody. Sorry, that one was kind of shorter, I think. Made a lot of fighting, getting the shock in the right position, and getting things in sequence. You did see me torque these down. I did them to 60 foot-pounds. The back inner bolt on the upper link, the rear upper link. Yeah, the upper link and the back side. It's an 18mm bolt for the SPCs. I did that 60 foot-pounds. The outer bolt on the outside, that's a 19mm bolt. I did that to 60 foot-pounds. And the shock lower bolt, I did that at 60 foot-pounds. That's an 18mm as well. The two top bolts on the shock, I got them as ooga-dooga tight as I can, because I can't get a torque wrench on them, and they're a really bad spot. So I got them as close as I could. I'm going to show you a problem that I have with this aftermarket suspension that I'm not a fan of. And I've already shown you an issue with it before, but it really reared its ugly head, me trying to get this shock in. Let's see right here. The issue gets to be is, see this right here? This space. There just isn't much of it. And right here. Now, it's going to clear and it's going to operate properly. It will. Now, the problem gets to be is, watch when I lower this jack back down. Because right now it's under compression, taking more weight than it should, lifting the car up just a smidge so I can get these bushings in the right spot. But watch. More specifically, watch that point. Get this light in the right spot for you. Right there. If I get it lit halfway decently. Because right now there's about an inch of clearance. Coming down, not bad, not bad, not bad. Not off yet. Still got clearance, still got clearance. And it's not. It touches. Kisses it ever so slightly. Now that's pretty far dropped. And the only solution I can think of, I'm going to drive it like this and hopefully it doesn't hit it too bad. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Is the solution is to take this spring and rotate this to where this is over there. Now, I can't do that right now because it's under super tight compression. I'm going to definitely adjust the other side to make sure it's that way. So it clears where this open piece here is in the inside over here. And that may give me the additional little bit of millimeter clearance I need. Now, granted, this shouldn't be an issue except for when it comes out full, when it drops out full. That's my major concern I have right now. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna send it as what case may be, because it's hitting it and not allowing anything to hit. So I am awfully concerned by it, because realistically all they needed to do was have this go farther out or wider and work. And this is supposed to work for a 300ZX. I just can't believe it's that freaking tight to work in here. It's tight tolerances, I get it. I am still concerned that it's gonna hit. And just so everyone knows, I do believe the IRS models would still work where it's like a half moon for the hole, which would have saved me a lot of hassle, because then I can pull a shock out a lot easier, which I still may go to something like that eventually. I'm not going to right now because I got money invested in these. I'm going to run with them. Yeah, it's either that or I need to pull a shock out and rotate it and see if that gives me room. And I'm gonna leave it for right now, and hopefully it doesn't damage, because I don't think so. The only time it's going to happen is if the car is completely offloaded where the button's in the air. And then it's going to make noises because, well, it's going to make noises because I'm in the air. That makes sense to anybody. That's going to do it for this video. I know this one was just me doing an install back in. Maybe I'll batch all these together. I haven't decided yet. for the install and how-tos, because I know I'm going slow, but I knew this was going to be a fight for what it was. Oh, the other issue got to be is getting this bolt in, was because this shock is a little bit, it's hard to see. It's got more gap here. This gap here is bigger, which allows it to rest farther down. So I need to have somehow wedged up and compress that spring, which hasn't really been compressed yet. So, yeah, I'm still loving the looks. I like everything. And I like how everything's going. This is massively disconcerting right now, to the point of I'm not for sure what I want to do. Because realistically, I got to take the whole shock out and down and apart to get that in the right position. Because if you look at it like this way, if you can see it, that plane picks up right there, and I think I can do it right. I just have to do it ahead of time, and that's gonna be a guess at best where it's at. Because realistically, I set this up so I could read these numbers on the outside of the car for the springs, so I just know what they were. Yeah. So once again, I know this closeout's a lot longer than normal, but I wanted to go through everything that's being done because, like I said, most guys don't show you these. I'm a little disappointed in that clearance issue because I'm liking everything else so far. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to work, but this kit also works for a 240SX and a Skyline, because this actually stuff, Nissan got smart and actually made stuff be somewhat universal, but the guys making aftermarket stuff are not as universal as I'd like them to see. Now, that being said, I could get some of this back because this is going to be pulled in for camber, because I'm going to run like 1 to 1.5 maybe degrees negative camber on the rear. I don't think I want to go. I don't want to go past that. I need to do some research on it, but I'm fairly sure it's going to be at least 1 degree negative camber in the rear, maybe 1.5 on a push. But that's just my take on it, to where it's at. So, all right, we're going to end this video. Once again, my name is Z James. This is the 32 Workshop, and I hope to see you on your project endeavors next week when I upload this video at some time in the future. All right, bye.